We're here for BCB's Media Day and website relaunch. I'm joined by one of BCB's hottest prospects, Ben Andrews. Yep. Ben, thank you so much for making the journey up.
No worries at all.
You know, fighting in the southwest and living down there, it's not exactly around the corner of Wolverhampton. So Thank you so much for coming.
That's all right.
It's an important stage in any boxer's career when they've had the number of fights that you have, and it's all about the learning and the progress. And you've made that decision to take that progression with BCB pretty much right from the off.
Yep.
What was it that made you go that route, and how have you found life under BCB?
With BCB or just in the
with
pro?
With BCB.
With BCB, I mean, to be honest, it was kind of meeting up with Errol and just getting that kind of vibe that he was a trustworthy bloke and he's kind of lived up to that expectation. So generally that really, and then obviously the pro stuff was, I did my nationals in 2022, won the elite nationals, and boxed in the Tri-Nations, boxed for England a couple of times, and just kind of like got to a point where I was like, I'm training a lot and losing out a lot of money because I'm like taking off time for work. So it was just trying to like go into the pro ranks and get a bit of money behind me, but not obviously all for the money, but obviously I love the sport. But it helps getting paid as well, and actually being able to like train more, like without losing money so much.
Well, taking you back to those the Tri-Nations days when you were having that such a huge amount of success as an amateur, was turning professional something that you always thought you would do? Was it ever a question mark? Because I know sometimes of amateurs when they box for a particularly long period of time as well. It's not always a given that they're going to turn professional. It's not always,
and I didn't always look at going professional. I think I can remember rightly, I had my first free as an amateur because I only started at 18, so I started quite late, won my first free, and I thought it was the bee's knees. I said to my dad, I said, I'm going to be the next Mike Tyson. And then I think I lost 2 on the trot.
Yeah, that's often
so
the way it goes.
I was like, oh, maybe it's a bit unrealistic, I'm going to be that good, and I just kept going at it, got a couple of wins, a couple of losses, and then kind of got to my like development stage where I was about a 20 bouter, and my coach at the time put me in the elites. Maybe I was a little bit unexperienced, but he just said, look, we'll go into it, and then if you get matched against someone too good, we'll pull you out. And I guess he just didn't pull me out, and I ended up winning, so thank God he put me in it in the first place.
Now, you're certainly flying the flag for boxing in your part of the world. When we talked previously in the build-up to the last fight, there aren't a huge amount of shows down there, it has to be said. And so often guys like yourself will have had to travel, be that to London or other places on the south coast that might look close on a map, but in reality aren't. So it's tricky for your fans. Yeah. The last fight was over, and your next fight, we're coming back to Torquay again. How important is it that the likes of BCB are coming to that part of the world and putting on these events?
It means everything, because like you say, at the minute, the only thing we really have is like white collar shows down in Torquay, and they are good. And I guess it's these amateurs coming to a point where they want to start earning a bit of money, and that's the easiest thing to do down in Torquay, is to go the white collar path. So I'm glad that they're starting to do BCB shows, because it's just putting Torquay's boxing back on the map and the southwest. So hopefully we can get successful little things set up, and the future looks good for like southwest boxing now. So it's good.
Let's talk about the next one then. So we've got a date, we've got a venue. Obviously, you want to tell fans where they can come and see you and buy their tickets. It's going to be another good night down there. I know there's been talk of all sorts of potential fights for you. What is it that you're hoping to get out of this one? What are you? What's realistic for this fight?
I mean, it's only my 4th fight, so I'm not really looking at doing any like kind of title fight. I know Errol's kind of talked about it, and I am open to it, but at this point in my career, I just want to be looking at like improving, gaining that confidence of being like under the spotlight, because obviously it's quite a lot at the end of the day to be in front of that many people. So just really to gain the confidence. I mean, if Errol has got something set up for a title, then that's all good. But for me, the most important thing is just to put a good show on, and like a good show for the fans as well, especially when they're like spending their hard-earned money. So really, the most important thing is just to put a good show on, so people are going to come to the next one.
And they certainly made a load of noise at that last one, particularly up in the balcony as well. And it's a really good sort of It's like a York Hall for the Southwest, isn't it?
As
a venue,
great. It's a great little
really
venue. Well. I didn't think it was going to be the turnout that it was, and it was really good. And the most important thing is people that don't normally come to boxing really enjoyed it. So it's bringing more like fresh eyes into the boxing industry. So it's good.
And if let's go long term. Let's talk 12 months, 18 months away from now.
Yeah.
I know that you have the belief that you can achieve at any level. Have you set yourself targets, goals? What would be a successful career for Ben Andrews?
I mean, to be honest, I've kind of done myself proud from where I am now, and winning the nationals at such a low experience level, because I'd only been really boxing and competing for about 3 years before winning the nationals and boxing for England. So for me, that point was a point where I could have stopped and just said, look, I've done this, I'm proud of myself of what I've done. But I mean, like, the sky's the limit. You just carry on going, and I'll just see how far I can go myself, really. But obviously English, British level would be absolutely a dream. So we'll see.
And just one final one. You've brought a new member with you today who's joining BCB.
Charlie Ryder, yeah.
Brought Charlie up with you. And I've certainly seen that in your gym down there, and all the gyms seem to work very well together, certainly in the area. But there is this kind of pathway and progression now for these new fighters coming through, and Charlie's the latest one of them. Yeah,
it's good. Yeah, Charlie's a really good fighter. He's had a good background with the amateurs. But yeah, no, it's a good little gym we've got down the southwest. Like, everyone has a laugh while training, and it's like, it makes it a good, enjoyable session most nights. Like, so.
And well, certainly all the team at BCB enjoy coming down there. It's a nice little weekend
away
away for us as well.
It's awesome. So on the seaside and that.
It is. It's expensive for us when we spend a lot of money down there, but it's well worth coming. So Ben, looking forward to the next one and seeing where this progresses. As I say, watched you a lot as an amateur, and seeing what you're achieving now is fantastic. So keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll look forward to being down there in a couple of months' time.
Lovely.
Thanks, Ben. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.